So the inspiration for this exhibition is manyfold. First, it's the first private selling exhibition in Christie's new West Gallery space that was designed by Seldorf Architect. And we had thought, given the rich artistic heritage of Rockefeller Plaza and also Christie's location in Rockefeller Plaza, that we would open the space with a private selling exhibition dedicated to the artist of Rockefeller Plaza and also of modernism in the 1930s in America. So the way that we chose the works that we were going to feature in the exhibition is we took a core group of artists such as Stuart Davis, Genuine, Georgia O'Keeffe, that were commissioned to do works for Rockefeller Center. And then we augmented those works by works of their peers to really give a full picture of what was happening in the 1930s in American art. So that includes, we have a fabulous work on loan from Diego Rivera, which represents the Mexican influence at the time. And then we also have a great selection of photographs, and also we decided to include decorative arts, given that Rockefeller Plaza was really about an integration of all of the different art forms with the architectural structures. Some of the most exciting works in the exhibition are, in my opinion, the works that tie directly to Rockefeller Center. So we have a wonderful study for Stuart Davis's mural, which is titled Men Without Women, which is still in the men's lounge of Radio City. And it also happens to be the most abstract work that was done at the time for Rockefeller Center. And so the study that we have directly relates to the mural and is the same composition. I find that very interesting, and particularly it's also representative of Stuart Davis's process, where he would do these detailed studies in advance of creating the finished work. Two other really fabulous works that we have are photographs by Bernice Abbott. One is 1932, which is the year that construction began on Rockefeller Center, and it's this homage to steel and the materials and this rising structure. Then we have a follow-up photo that she did in 1937, which is this great image of the promenade leading up to the RCA building. And it's great, it's amazing to see in 5 years during the Depression how this complex really came together. So seeing those two images, I think, is just a visual homage to what the Rockefeller family was able to do. And then the other aspect of the 30s that this show represents is not just the abstraction and the machine age that was inspired by the skyscraper, but also the other side of modernism in the 1930s, which was the continuation of the figurative and landscape tradition, which is incredibly important to American art. So a work that we have that really embodies that is Marsden Hartley's On the Beach, which is from 1940, so it's the year right after Rockefeller Center was completed. It's a fabulous example of his figurative work, and I think it's a very nice complement to the other more architecturally oriented works in the show. So we took a lot into consideration when we were putting together the exhibition, and we had decided that we wanted it to be multidisciplinary. So there's American art, there's some Latin American, there's design, and there's also photography. And the reason why we did that was to give a full picture of what was happening during the 1930s and also to appeal to a broad group of collectors. And so what I see is not only do we have a great example of a broad range of media from the 1930s, but also the historical content, and putting it in the context of Rockefeller Plaza, I think really gives collectors a different perspective on the works that we're offering.